Hi everyone, welcome back to another video with the Scottish Squirrel, and today I just have a few little bits that I got yesterday from my local health food shop or whole food store. There's just a few little bits, and then afterwards I'll show you the soup that I'm making for lunch. So I picked up some dark green speckled lentils, a kilo of these. These were about £2, something like that. But these are great lentils for replacing meat, like in a bolognese or shepherd's pie, or just having them cooked on their own at the side or made into burgers or stuff like that. These are really good to have. I was wanting to make a speckled lentil cottage pie during the week, so that will be good for that. I do actually have some of these at home, but I like to keep a good stock in, so I picked up another one, and I picked up two of these. It says vegetarian fish sauce, but they're actually vegan as well. Let's just have a look. It did say that they were vegan when I looked. Yeah, vegetarian and vegan friendly version is made from seaweed so that everyone can enjoy authentic Thai flavours. And I can't remember the exact recipe that I bought this for, but I do have a recipe that I wanted to try. It's probably a Thai dish or some other Asian one, and it had some vegan fish sauce in it. And it's just made with seaweed based for a naturally salty flavour. And I just thought it would be quite interesting to actually pick up one. But you know what I'm like, I can't just pick up one, so I picked up two. And these were about £2.49 each, which I know seems like a lot for a little bottle, but yeah, it was at 180 mils. But they will last a long time and for many recipes, and I can see myself using these quite often, though I think they might be quite high in salt, but you just use a little teeny bit. And it says use instead of salt, all natural. So yeah, I'm really interested. I love when I pick up a new ingredient like that to get into the kitchen and try it out to see how it makes foods taste different. Yeah, it's just exciting. So anyway, I picked up some wheat germ, and it's just wheat germ. it's just a high fibre powder, and I like to use this if I'm making scones or like bread rolls or anything, or bread. You can sprinkle this over the top, like for scones or cooking, just give it a sprinkle or at the bottom instead of using extra flour, or take a little bit of your white flour out of a recipe, like a couple of tablespoons, and stick this in, and then you're adding some more good fibre. Or I'll be putting this in my porridge, things like that. But usually you keep things like this in the fridge after you open them to stop the oils and stuff, natural stuff in them going a bit off, so they're just best kept in the fridge. And I got another one of my essential organic fine bran that I usually put into my porridge. I just like to keep stocked up. I think I've already got one, so I don't really need it, but as I say, I just like to keep stocked up so then I don't run out. And I got some of this essential organic wheat grain. This is really quite inexpensive. It's about £1.15 for 500 grams. And yeah, just use this how you would use rice or any other whole grain. It's actually quite nice texture, quite nutty texture. And you can have this in a salad with vegetables or at the side, or put it into a burger or a nut roast or anything really that you normally use whole grains for. So I picked up two of these, and I got another rye flakes. I've already got one of these, but I was going to start trying to make some rye porridge. I thought that might taste quite nice. So I picked up another one because I'm going to start using the other ones that I've got. And barley flakes. Yeah, so I was going to try and make a barley porridge as well, just for a change. And these are great, the rye flakes and the barley flakes, for making your own muesli and granola and things like that. And they're only about £1, like £1.40 or £1.50 from the health shop, so it can it can all add up. But you're getting them organic, and yeah, it's less processed and stuff like that, so it works out better overall. And the last few things I picked up was some Cajun spice, packet of Cajun spice, and a packet of whole dried chilies. And these were for a recipes that I had. I can't recall the exact recipes, but that's why I picked them up. So yeah, that's all that I picked up from my local health food store. And yeah, I'll show you my soup that I'm currently making. So here is the soup that I'm going to make for lunch in the pressure cooker. I've got a lot of lentils, just red split lentils, some chickpeas, some collards or spring greens, my last sweet potatoes, some white potatoes, and I have run out of onions, so I've added onion powder, and I've got garlic powder, and I love lentils with cumin, so I've put a big tablespoon of cumin powder in, a tablespoon of liquid aminos, like amino acid, is it called liquid aminos? Yeah, liquid aminos, and some vegetable broth, and some frozen celery. And yeah, I'm going to pressure cook this for about 5 minutes, I think, because red split lentils don't take very long to cook, and I think 5 minutes because of the build up, and then 5 minutes of pressure, and then there's the release and the cool down. It's usually still boiling when you open it, so I think 5 minutes of the cooking will be fine. And I've got some bay leaves in there because I love red lentils with bay leaves, and I'll do that for lunch. And I think it's because we had a no April spend month, so I've actually run out of onions, and that's me run out of sweet potatoes and white potatoes. So it's looking quite bare in the fridge. So yeah, I shall pressure cook this. So I set it to manual for 5 minutes, that's just heating up, and I'll see how that goes afterwards. So here's the finished soup, and the smell that came off it while it was cooking, and when I opened it is so good. It's that cumin and the bay, and yeah, everything has cooked and it just looks so good. So I'll just pop that into our bowls. So here's the soup in the bowl, and I mashed it with a potato masher for a little bit, and it's nice and thick and it tastes really good. And I'm going to sprinkle some of this nutritional yeast like I did for my son's one, and he's having a bagel with vegan chicken and some cucumber, and I've got some cucumber and cherry tomatoes, and that's how much soup that I've got. I've got a huge tub so I can enjoy it throughout the week. So thank you for watching another video, and hopefully I'll see you in my next one.